Aloha Tax students, this is your teacher Roy Kamida with an introductory video for our class. That's Accounting 134, Individual Income Tax Preparation here at Kapilani Community College. And what you're looking at is our Laulima class homepage. And if you're not familiar with Laulima, you can enter the address laulima.hawaii.edu and enter your UH username and password. And what you'll see in this bar going across the screen is a button for each of the current classes you're registered in. And if you don't see the one you want, it may be buried here under this menu button. And you can lock it into the bar by just turning on the gold star next to the name here. And then refresh your browser so it should be always appearing in this bar. Okay, our class is the Kapilani Accounting 134 group, meaning there's two sections to our class. Both sections will be using this one Laulima site to do all their work here for fall 2022. You're probably watching this video because I had emailed you a class message. Class messages will also be reposted here on our Laulima homepage under this announcements column. And other announcements I'll post here called FYI are not going to be emailed to you, so you probably need to log in here to Laulima to read them. Older Laulima announcements not listed here on the right side of our homepage may be listed here under this announcements tool off to the left side of our screen. All assignments should be listed here under this assignments tool. Let me click on it. And I have assignments already set up for the first chapter of our semester. Looks like 4 different assignments. Most of the assignments are not going to be done here. This is just instructions here in Laulima. Most of the assignments will be done at the publisher's website called Cengage, C Now V2, Cengage Now version 2. So let me talk about this publisher material. If you go to the bookstore site, you'll see this screen here for our class. Yeah, Cengage Unlimited. Unlimited means you only pay this one price, looks like $120 for one semester for all the Cengage products you use at the Cengage site. Yeah, that's the so-called unlimited version. You just pay one price. So I know there's a couple other classes in the business department at Kapilani that are using Cengage. Yeah, so you're only paying this one price for all of those classes. IDAP means that the fee, this $120 fee, will automatically be charged to your MyUH account, just like your tuition. Yeah, so you would pay it online. So you don't go to the bookstore and buy something and make a payment there. You just pay through your MyUH account. I wouldn't back out of this payment because you need to access the Cengage site, the CNOW V2 site, to be able to do the required work for our class. Okay, that's this Cengage Now V2 site. So if I go to that site, I'm not sure exactly what you'll see. What I see is the teacher version of the Cengage site. So your screen may be slightly different when you enter Cengage Now. But the first time you enter it, you probably need to register for our class with your UH email. And then from then on, the screen, something like this, should appear automatically. The tabs appear probably a little bit different than what you'll see, but you should see assignments, gradebooks, and study tools. Under study tools is the place where you go to get your textbook. So it looks like there's a different couple of versions of the textbook. This first one is the one I like to use called MindTap. And here's a table of contents. So if I click on the chapter, I get the last place I entered into this chapter number 1. In this case, it's the first page with the listing of all the objectives of the chapter. Okay, so I just can click on any one item here and it'll take me to that page. And I can move to the next page or the previous page, or go back to the chapter table of contents or objectives by clicking on that. Let me show you that button again. This button here in the upper left-hand corner. If I want to go back to the table of contents for the whole book, I have to close the chapter. You can use this search tool up here, but it'll search the whole book and not any specific page or section. What you can do, if you're familiar with finding or searching within one screen, is to open up the screen you want to search. Let's go into a specific page here. And let's say I want to search for a specific word or term on this screen. You can probably just use your search command, Control F. And here, down here, I can click in what I want to search for. Or let's see if I can bring up another box. No, that's the only one. Down here, I would type in what I'm searching for. And you can see going down the screen now, highlighted should be that word. It looks like it appears only one time. Well, you have to move the down arrow. You have to move to the next item. Yeah, down arrow or up arrow. But that will search only this screen, versus this search tool here would search the whole textbook, which probably will give you too many results, too many hits. The other book that's available here at our Cengage site, the second ebook link, will bring up this ebook probably in a more readable format. Okay. Black and white, look like a real paper format. And again, you can pick off to the side here the section you want to jump to and move to the next section. One screen would be one whole section. I like this Mind Tap version because I like to hear. It will actually read to you. Okay, so that's here in Cengage now. This study tools and this ebooks over here. I've tried looking at these other tools here. You can try looking at them. They weren't too useful. Now, the main thing you do at this Cengage Now site is to do assignments. So I have the first few assignments already set up. These chapter ones are set up already. Okay, these chapter twos, I have to redo them again for you before you can work on them. And let's see if I can demonstrate to you how it works here. So I click on the assignment name. Again, this is the teacher version. You're going to see something slightly different in your version. So here's probably what you would see. That this chapter 1 homework A assignment, even though it says first take, you have 3 different takes. You can do the whole assignment 3 times, yeah, as long as you turn it in by the due date. Here it's August 28th, 11:55 in the evening. All homework assignments are going to be due Sunday evening at 11:55. So if you know today is a Sunday, that means something is due tonight. Here it says that, and it'll give you the a number of takes, a number of times you can submit the whole homework. So let's take a look at the first question. Really, the whole list of questions are here in the left-hand margin. And I'm clicking on this multiple choice 1-8. So let me try it out here. So Ben, a single taxpayer with no dependents, will learn that single is a filing status and dependents will help the taxpayer reduce their taxes. Ben is 32 years old. What is the minimum amount of income that he must have to be required to file a tax return for 2021, assuming he has no earnings from self-employment, no business income? Okay, there's different rules for people who have business income. So we're given dollar amounts here. So let's say that I have my book open. I can search. Of course, it's going to be in chapter 1. And I can search here at the beginning for who has to file in this listing here, yeah? Who must file? It's probably going to be here. somewhere on this screen, probably right in this line, is the answer. But you should read the whole um, chapter, yeah, eventually. Okay, and I'll tell you when. I'll go through the procedure for you when you should read the book. But let me jump back, and you can pull the book off to the side. Here you can see I have it in a separate screen, so I can do my work on one screen and read the textbook on a separate screen. Real life accountants probably have 2 or 3 different monitors on their desks, so they can see multiple items at the same time, versus like here I have to flip back and forth on the same screen. Another way to get to the answer, as you read the question, here up in the bar is this button called ebook. So if I point to ebook, here it says objective number 4 in this first chapter. I can bring it up on my screen here as a separate tab. So again, somewhere on this page right here, single filing status, that's Ben. He's 30 something, under age 65. So he must file if he has $12,550 or more during the year of income. So that's one of the choices here. Okay, so before I move on to the next question, well, I can always move to the next question, yeah, by using the buttons here or here, this next button. But let me go back to this first question. I can check my work before I submit the whole homework assignment. Remember, you have 3 chances to submit the whole homework assignment. But all the questions on this one screen, in this case, just one question, I can use this button down here called Check My Work. And I have 3 attempts to use this Check My Work button just for this one screen here, not the whole homework assignment. So if I click on Check My Work, I got it right because there's a green check mark. And here is the solution down here. And I have now 2 more attempts if I didn't get it right. Yeah. So here on the next screen, let me just guess an answer here for this question and check my work again. And you can see I got it wrong. And it tells me what the answer should be or gives me a hint. And I can try it again. And I'll have 2 more attempts to check my work. Again, use this button, check my work, once you fill in the whole screen. For example, this next question, this problem, has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blanks you have to fill in. Now, don't use the check my work button after only filling in 1 blank. Fill up the whole screen worth. It may go down below if it's a long problem. Then use the check my work button to check the whole screen with just 1 attempt. And again, once you finish all of the problems, looks like there's 17 problems here for this first assignment. Only then you turn in the homework assignment by using this button down here. If you're not ready to turn in the whole homework assignment, you can use the save and exit button, and you can resume later on where you had left off without using one of your 3 submission attempts. Again, for each screen, 3 check my work attempts. For each homework assignment, the whole homework assignment, 3 submission attempts. So there's no reason why you shouldn't get 100 points for every homework assignment. Okay, let me exit out of this homework here. Again, it's going to be listed here under assignments. Yeah, I just came from this chapter 1. If you click on assignments, you should be listing here a little bit different on my screen that you'll see whatever is assigned. Here's the next homework assignment due the following week, and then the quiz due the following week. Most homework assignments right here under the assignments too. Let's go back to our Laulima class site here. Okay. Again, what you see here is just instructions for the assignment, okay, for the first assignment here. You actually go to the See Now V2 site to do your homework. I have an assignment that's going to be done here in Laulima, here this third assignment. Yeah. In fact, this third assignment and the quiz are going to be due on the same Sunday, September 11th. This assignment due in Laulima is you're going to be turning in tax forms, fillable tax forms. So make sure you read the instructions. These are the instructions here. We actually are redoing tax returns you had done in CNOW V2, these two here. And here's the links to the forms you're going to be turning in. And then eventually when you're completed, you're going to be uploading, attaching it here. Your graded assignments are going to be scored after the due date. That's probably sometime early Monday morning, yeah? So you would come back here and you can see feedback here for your tax return assignment. So as the semester goes on, I'll add more assignments here in our Laulima assignments folder. Now that Cengage site, the first time you click on this Cengage now, you probably need to register for our Cengage class by entering your UH email address. And then from then on, it should automatically go straight into the class site. But again, the first time you go there, you probably need to set up a Cengage account if you don't already have one. In any case, you're entering your UH email address. For each assigned chapter, I'm going to have a chapter resources subfolder under this link here. Chapter resources. So chapter 1 subfolder is already here. Now the first thing I want you to do for each assigned chapter is to watch the video lectures. So I have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different videos. Yeah, the total time is probably a little over an hour, maybe an hour and a half total. And a lot of these videos I say here are dated, but still applicable. In fact, the laws are changing so much, the laws are kind of reverting back to old rules. Our textbook here, you can see the cover says 2022, but our textbook is really based upon 2021 tax laws. And if you were to prepare a real tax return next year, it's probably going to be for 2022 and not 2021. So eventually what I'll be teaching you is the updated rules for 2022, yeah, versus 2021. But the videos here are somewhat dated, and the rules are actually going to be probably reverting back to what's going to be now be applied to 2022. Most of these lectures are based upon 2020, not even 2021. But the rules are probably going to come back for most of what we're learning for 2020 for 2022. And again, I'll teach you the updated rules eventually when it comes published out, probably October. Yeah, right now, everything is in draft form with the IRS. So first step, you watch these video lectures, and then you go to the See Now V2 and read the textbook. And then you do the assignments. Okay. Eventually, we're going to be preparing tax returns using tax software. Here it's called ProConnect Tax Online. We'll probably start using this software sometime next month. So I'll come out with a video lecture later on showing you how to use this software. Here's a link to my homepage. Here's my homepage here. And you can see some other classes I teach besides our 134. And there's links to our course syllabus and schedule. If you want to know more about me, you can click on About Roy over here. The syllabus and schedule are also linked in our Laulima site here under syllabus and schedule. So let me click on syllabus. I'll let you read this on your own. Yeah, in fact, here is the bigger version of the syllabus. Go ahead and download this and read it on your own. Probably the more important thing you want to take a look at is our schedule, the semester schedule. So if you click on this, you'll see this schedule here. So everything is organized by weeks. Here's our first week from Monday through Sunday. Yeah, Monday, August 22nd through Sunday, 28th. Remember, every Sunday something's going to be due. Here, the first week, homework A, chapter 1, homework A, done in C now V2, and it's going to be worth 100 points. Then the second week, Monday through Sunday, September 4th, the second homework assignment is going to be due, again in C now V2. The third week, Sunday, September 11th, two things are due. The tax return assignment in La Lima, and you're going to take a quiz in C now V2. For each chapter, in this case, chapter 1, the last thing we do for the chapter is to take a chapter quiz in C now V2. Then we're on to the next chapter, chapter 2, where you start off watching the video lectures for chapter 2 and reading the chapter and doing the homework assignments that I haven't finalized yet. Yeah? Okay, so you can see everything's organized by week and by chapter. So this first chapter 1, we spent 3 weeks. Chapter 4 is rather long. We spent 4 weeks. Then we jump to chapter 4 and chapter 5, 7, 3 weeks each. Our textbook has more chapters than what's listed here. Those chapters will be covered in the next tax course, Accounting 137 for business, not individual income tax preparation. So if you're interested in continuing with the next tax class, I'm going to be teaching it in spring 2023. You can keep track of your points by re-entering it here. Download this spreadsheet and enter it here in this column. But I will also be posting points here in the scores and grades folder. These are going to be the official points to determine your course grade. And I'm going to update it usually every Monday morning, sometime Monday morning after the Sunday due date. And it will have the individual points of each assignment that was due, the total points, and an accumulated percentage to date, showing how well you're doing. Yeah, so you don't have to guess to the end of the semester how you're going to be doing. Okay, so make sure you check the scores and grades folder periodically, and let me know if there's anything wrong. If we do need tax forms, I'll give you the link, or you can come to this link right here, tax forms link, and you can see just columns of different forms by year. These are the federal forms here. We won't spend too much time on Hawaii tax law, but here are Hawaii forms. And I give you the forms for 2020 and 2021. Eventually, I'll replace the 2020 with the 2022 when they do come out with the final versions of the form, probably in, again, October or November. Okay, I think that's it for now. If you have any questions, you can always email me at kamida@hawaii.edu. That video lecture you're watching right now will be re-linked right here, so you can watch it again if you need to. Okay, that's it. I'll talk to you later.